We're going to try this one more time, and we're going for it. Okay, welcome everybody back. Today we will be learning Zayin, Amud, Beis, and Ches, Amud, Aleph, right? Okay, good. So now that everyone knows that, we will be asking someone who could tell me Rabbi Shmuel's opinion. Dun, 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 dun. No? Yeah. You pay according to the nizak, according to the person that got damaged, the victim. We look at his property. That's what we consider the best, the medium, and the worst. What is Rabbi Akiva's opinion, David?
The guy damaged.
Yeah, what's his name in Hebrew? Mazik. We look at the Mazik. Thank you very much, both of you. And we evaluate based off him. Okay. What? No. And then now, within this, okay, we are going to get a little bit complicated, right? Because Gemara has to be a little complicated. And the question over here is, when we said we look at the Mazik, do we mean that we look at the Mazik and you look at this single guy named Mazik, Bob, who damaged the guy's house? He took a sledgehammer, he smashed his house. You look at his property, his best, his medium, and his worst. So you look at his, or in Hebrew, bisheloi, we look at what he actually has. Or within the Mazik, right? So we're getting rid of over here. Do you look at, it just means not the nizak. So not the nizak means you look at the world. Bishel olam. So that means I go to the general population and I say, how much is a normal high-class house? $750,000 is a normal high-class house. How much is a medium house? 4 to 5. And how much is a poor house? 2 to 3, right? Okay. Or do I say, no, look at this guy. This guy lives in Crown Heights. So a high-class house is $3 million. A medium house is $1 million. And a low-class house is $700,000. So meaning that would be very different, right? Very different ideas in what it is. Okay? So which one do we do? So this is step 1 of the Gemara. The question is, do we look at Bishal Loihin Shamin or do we look at Bishal Oilam Hin Shamin? Who has a question about this question before we go on to the answer? Because if you don't know the question, you can't know the answer. Yeah. Okay. Shh. Okay. Shine. So answers the Gemara, step number 2. The Gemara says, we obviously look at the Mazik. The Torah says, Meitav Sodehu, the best of his field. We don't say the best of the world's field. We say the best of his fields. And therefore, we actually do look at the Mazik, Bishaloi Hein Shamin. So the answer is, Bishaloi Hein Shamin, because it says, Meitav Sodehu, the best of his field. And his means his. Okay, that's what the Gemara says. Yeah? That's the answer to the Gemara. Now the Gemara says a question on this answer. Now, when we do this question, we're going to get distracted and go on a tangent, because obviously that's what Gemara does. So now we're going to be a little bit distracted for a few minutes, and you guys are going to I'm going to have you think, okay? Yeah, I know, it's a new adventure. And then, once we think a little bit, then we're going to get back to the answer. So don't get worried that we don't answer the question, because we're not going to answer the question for a little bit. Okay? So, there are 3 levels. Idis, Beinanis, Ziburis. There are 3 types of people. There are 3 types of people. There are the nizak, a person that got hurt, nizakin. There are a Baal Chayv. Who knows what a Baal Chayv is? A lender, someone that lends money. And there is Ksubas Isha, the Ksuba of a woman, okay? Together with this, there are 3 levels of property, Mendy. There's Idis. By the way, I'm doing this on purpose, putting them together like this. Beinanis. And you don't see anything. No. Why not? Oh, no.
So it's red on red.
And Ziburis. Do you have glasses?
Yeah, I don't own.
You need. Okay, so that might be the reason, not the glare, actually. How about now? Is it better? Yeah, okay. So, in other words, Nizakin, if damages get paid from Idis. Baal Chayv, lenders get paid from Beinanis. And Ksubas Isha, woman, Chas v'shalom, if a woman gets divorced, she's going to get her ksuba from Ziburis. Avi, you get what's going on? Okay, so we have 3 types of lands, 3 types of payments, and it goes bam, bam, bam. They match up very nicely, okay? Please study this for about 30 seconds because this is going to be on the test.
What?
Dun, 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 dun. What?
Take a screenshot.
Okay, take a screenshot, and everyone, this is going to be the musug on the test. Idis bin Ziburis. Now, how about, and this I'm going to ask Chaim, you're going to be the first one to get put on the spot over here. How about if I take away, I don't have it Beinanis.
Yeah.
What do I do with this guy? The Baal Chayv, where's he going to get his money from? I just have Idis and Ziburis. Thank you for answering, Chaim. What? What do you think? You have to give me your logic.
It's a 50-50.
So someone's going to think about the logic. We already learned this logic. This was the musug last week. It was on the test. You could only force someone to give something if you prove it. That means you always go to the lesser extreme. So, the Baal Chayiv, there's no Baininus. Where does he go? He goes lower always. So he's going to also get Ziburis. That means the worst way. Okay, wait. We're going to get there. Now, let's say there is Idis. There's no Idis, but there's Baininus and Ziburis. So where does the Nizak go? Baininus. So these two people will get Baininus. He'll get Ziburis. If there's no Ziburis, what do you do then? Then he will go here. How about if there's only Baininus? Everyone gets Baininus because you only have Baininus. Same thing if you only have Idis, same thing if you only have Ziburis. Okay? Yeah, you guys get what's going on? Okay, good. So that's what the Brisa says. But then the Brisa says one thing which is going to mess everyone up. Okay? There has to be something wrong right over here. This is going to be the question. This is the question of the Gemara. So you see at number 3, there's a little question mark. Okay? The question is, the Brisa says when there's Baininus and Ziburis, just the lower two, huh? This is Esvei. Okay, so it's the top of Ches Amud Aleph, actually. Now, the Brisa says if there is Baininus, just the mid tier, and Ziburis, the lower tier, then the Nizak, someone that gets damaged, gets Baininus, and the Baal Chayiv gets Baininus, and the woman gets Ziburis. Ksubas Isha gets Ziburis, the lowest one. Okay? Yeah, you guys get this? Problem. Here's the problem. The problem is, if I only have mid-tier property, I only own a $750,000 home and a $300,000 home. That $750,000 home is no longer mid-tier. It becomes my highest. So this Baininus is not really Baininus over here. Really, it's Idis. And if it's Idis, the Baal Chayiv shouldn't be able to get it. The lender should have to get Ziburis because if there's only Idis and Ziburis, he gets Ziburis. In other words, whenever there are two types of properties, we will always make one the best and one the worst. And the guy in the middle, the Baal Chayiv, should always move further down because if you want to take something, you have to prove it. So why is he getting Baininus? Why did I just tell you in the Brisa that he gets Baininus? I didn't tell you. The Brisa said it.
There's only a Baininus when this guy has an uneven amount of property.
There's only a Baininus if there's 3 types of properties. Exactly. That's 5 extra points on this test.
Thank you. I like this.
Okay, you guys get it? Yeah, W, you have the problem? No.
Is it a question?
It's a question. The question is, we said that we evaluate Bishaloi based off him. Based off the person himself. When you look at a person himself, if he only has 2 types of things, one of them is the best and one of them is the worst, right? There's nothing in the middle because only 2 types. The Baal Chayiv, we said, gets the thing in the middle. There's never anything in the middle if there are only 2 types of things. So he should always get the worst one. Why is he getting the best one? So he should get the worst one. Why do we say that he gets Baininus if that Baininus becomes his Idis? Again, the guy has Baininus and Ziburis. That's it. He doesn't have any Idis. He only has 2 properties. One of them is mid and one of them is low. Okay? His mid now is his highest. So that means that a Baal Chayiv who gets from mid should really get from the lowest. Because this guy's mid became the highest. Since we evaluate based off himself. We don't go off the world. We don't go off what it looks like to everyone. We go off what it looks like to him. So to him, the Brisa says he gets it still. We just said that we evaluate based on. He gets the better one. The Brisa says he gets the better one. He should get the worst one. Again, so I'm going to say it in one sentence. We finished explaining Bishaloi Hein Shamin. You look at the guy himself. Well, if you look at the guy himself, the Baal Chayiv should get the worst one, not the better one, because there's only 2 types. Okay?
I don't think the question should be why should I get the worst one? It's like why are we assuming
No, we say that he gets the better one.
No, I know, but why are...
Mm.
There's no middle.
You're saying that there must be some trick we're missing. There must be some idea we're missing, which is true. We are missing something.
There's no middle. It's not like it should be, oh, you should for sure get the worst one. Is why are we making him get the best one? And maybe you should get the worst.
Maybe you should get the worst one. Right. Okay. Yeah. You know, you can say it like, you could be nicer, you said. I shouldn't be as mean.
Real questions. We don't know what's considered mid and what's not too.
Well, we said that you you look at just his properties, and right now you just have the best and the worst. Ephraim, can you summarize the question? Because we're going to now have 4 answers. That's going to be the rest of the Gemara today.
Question?
Yeah, tell me the question.
If there's a middle case, then you should get the worst case, but then you get the best case.
No.
No, but then you get the worst case.
If there's only 2 types of properties, you should always get the worst one. The Baal Chayv should always get the worst one because we evaluate based off the person himself, and now the person himself has a better one and a worse one. So why there's no middle one? So then you make him get the worst one, even though the better one is really the middle one.
Say it a little faster.
I got that.
You got that? Okay. Fine. Did you get it, Yeti? Adobe, you with us? Okay, good. So now comes 4 answers. Here we go.
Are you done?
Why? We have answer number 1. Okay? Answer number 1. Here we go.
Answer for this question?
Yeah.
How
Answer.
is there a Baininus?
So why is he getting Baininus? He should be getting Ziburis since his Baininus became Idus. Became his best because he doesn't have mid. The answer number 1 is he did own Idus, but he sold it.
So he used to have 3.
He used to have 3.
So he knows what it is means.
Used to have Idus and sold it. This guy cashed out.
Right, but Bishalai means...
This is the classic Gemara answer.
This case was talking about this. Yeah, that's it.
Right, Bishalai means what...
He had Idus also originally, and he sold it before he paid you. It is the best one. He had best, he had mid, and he had the lowest.
Oh, he actually did.
He did, but he sold his best. So now his mid is not really, it doesn't become his best because he already had best.
Why not? We're only evaluating it once it's Bishalai.
So it stays mid, so then the lender gets the mid. What are you asking, Maishi?
But we only evaluate it afterwards, after he sold it, obviously. Because you wouldn't be able to sell it if it was on the trial. We're only evaluating...
We ended up only giving the money afterwards, but he did have, so what you could say is,
When did we evaluate it?
well, once he sold it, but let's say he still had the Idus when this situation happened that he borrowed money. If I borrow money from you, I'm not allowed to sell anything?
You are, but then,
But
if
so-
you
but-
owe me money right now,
Right.
the rabbi is saying you have to pay. You're not able to go to business. Obviously.
No, but I already
Especially if
sold
pay me
it.
with your best
So I lend money. Okay, you lent me $100,000 last week.
And I said you have to pay me
Last
with
week.
your best house.
Wait, last
Your
week.
best apartment.
No, you don't. That's not how it works. You get mid. You get Baininus.
Right. Okay. With your
You're getting
house.
mid.
Right.
Yeah, that's normal. You sign the contract regular. I go and I sell my best house.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to do that.
Of course. Okay.
And then I pay you with my mid house.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
I'm gaining then.
Right.
Wait, so I don't care.
Okay. So this works.
Oh, and let me guess. The second
I'm
answer-
gaining because I'm getting his mid house, the same mid house. Meaning,
Correct.
If you would say that mid house becomes his best house, then I would get the worst one.
Correct.
I want the mid.
Correct. Which is what happens. The question we had was correct. The question we had was that Baininus should become his Idus. You shouldn't get it because we look at the guy, and the answer is no. Since he also had an Idus, you do get the best.
Why? Because he wouldn't be.
He's not gaining. He's just getting back what he's supposed to get.
So if he was allowed to sell that house,
Which house? The mid house.
if he was allowed to sell the big
I
one,
could.
then you'd get consequences.
Yeah.
No, but you're getting consequences for selling that house.
Why? I still have to pay you back. I still have to pay you back.
It's not like he's gaining by selling that house.
Correct. Correct. Why am I supposed to gain? I'm not supposed to gain. This is why it makes sense. This makes sense. This works.
If you sold the better property, the best one.
1 second. Yeah. What?
You sold the best one before.
Yeah. Before he paid you, but you're still gonna evaluate the middle one as the middle.
Yeah, the second answer is that there were,
The second answer. We get to the second answer
The
yet.
second answer is that it was talking about land meets cows, and there were 3 cows. Then
I don't know. You're
I'm saying you
complicated.
can't just add.
We just added something. Correct. We just added something. Yeah. What were you saying?
If he sold the best property, why can't he pay back with the money he just got from selling it?
Because he already spent it. He's a gambler. Okay. It's funny that we thought of the same thing. What? This is Rav Chisda. Yeah. Now,
How is that answering the question?
because that's why his Baininus stays as Baininus and is considered Baininus.
But it's still not answering how it's possible to have a Baininus.
That's how you have a Baininus, even though you only have two, because you did have a third.
Right, but still, the situation of somebody only having three different tiers.
Yeah. So one of them is Baininus.
So weird. Good, but people have, first of all, people have one field usually. And then if you want to say, okay, they have a
That's what
better
you
field,
say.
field,
That's what
then
you
how often
say.
is there three different
You got to live a little bit larger. I think, Moshe, you need to broaden your horizon. You can own a couple fields. Don't worry. We
Okay,
believe
so
in
a
you.
couple fields at different tiers, and then he sold his best one, and then that tier stays there. It's
Right.
a little bit far-fetched, right?
I'm sorry. We're going to have another 3 answers, so it's fine. Okay, now, before we get to the second answer, we're going to use this answer to solve another brisa. Okay? It's not going to change the answer. It's just going to allow us to solve both brises. Okay? So we had one brisa saying the guy gets Baininus. Yeah? We have another brisa that says this Baal Chayv gets Ziburis. How would you use this to solve that? Why one time does he get Baininus, one time he gets Ziburis? Who could think? Yeah.
When he has
Who
it,
could tell
when
me?
he doesn't.
What?
When he has it, when he doesn't.
No, because in that case,
Yeah.
he didn't sell something.
Boom. He never owned Idus. Good job. That's 5 extra points on the test.
But I mean, he never owned Idis, then that's
Again.
Idis.
You get when you used to have Idus, so then you had Idus, Baininus,
Right, so he
and
did that.
Ziburis. You sell your Idus. Baininus still stays considered Baininus, and you have to pay the guy. You pay the Baal Chayv
If the guy
with your
never had
Baininus.
Idis, then he
Right?
has only
That's the
Idis.
first brisa. This is brisa 1. Brisa 2, you never had Idus. You just had Baininus.
You can't. We already
And
said that. When he has
Ziburis.
Idis and Ziburis.
Wait.
When he has Bainis and Ziburis, his Bainis
So Baininus becomes Idus. Therefore, the Baal
It was always Idis. It was always his Idis.
It was always his Idus. So Baininus
It doesn't become anything.
is always considered Idus. And therefore, it's called Baininus.
Why?
Why? Because it's worth what an... So we're going to have to discuss
So then
that.
we're going back to.
Wait. Why is it... So exactly. So the Gemara is going to go through 3 different answers. There we go. What? Wait. Another brisa says, if you have Baininus and Ziburis, the Baal Chayv gets Ziburis. Not Baininus. Why? Because the Baininus is considered Idus because he never owned Idus. The original brisa says the Baal Chayv. This one is the original. Yeah, this one says what this one says. Same thing.
Why are you saying it so bad?
That if there's Baininus and Ziburis, the Baal Chayv gets Baininus. Question is why? That Baininus should be considered Idus and the Baal Chayv should get Ziburis. The answer is because the guy used to own Idus.
Right.
Second brisa says the Baal Chayv gets Ziburis. Why? Because the guy did not own Idus ever, and that Baininus is really considered his Idus. Did you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, I answered it, but now I'm getting one. But whatever, forget about it.
Okay, the second brisa says the Baal Chayv gets the worst land, not the mid tier. Why not? Because the guy never owned best tier.
But that's what the bride said. That's what we brought the bride to say. That they don't say.
So that's the first brisa. That's our brisa. Then we say there's another brisa that says opposite, and the reason it says opposite is because of this answer. Is because in the second brisa he never owned Idus. Okay or not okay? Sure? Okay. We're gonna have to move on. Yeah, I think you'll get it. Okay, so this is solution number 1. Now, like everyone was busy calling out and saying, let's solve it easily, right? So there's gonna be a bunch of solutions over here of how you could differentiate between the 2 brises. Now, I'm gonna say it as a question, but really it's just how do you solve the brises? Well, how would you say it as a question, Chavre? Yeah, Davi, how would you say it as a question? The way you would say it as a question is, why in the second brisa is it considered Baininus if the guy never owned Baininus?
It's not. He's literally just.
He only ever owned 2 things. It should be considered Idus. So why are you calling it Baininus? That's how you would say it as a question.
But that's not helpful.
And now this is going to be the second answer. The second answer is that in both brisas, he never owned Idus. This is the second brisa. He never owned Idus. Yeah? Unlike what we said over here, he used to have Idus. No, he never owned Idus. So how do you differentiate? The answer is brisa number 1, where he gets the Baininus, is talking about where his Baininus is like the Baininus of the world. de alma, of the world. And this brisa holds you evaluate, again, this brisa holds you evaluate based off the world. You look at the world. So his baininess was like the baininess of the world, Ephraim. And this brisa holds you look at the world. So what do you see? You see baininess. Oh, baininess? Baal Chayv gets baininess. I don't look at you, Maishi. I don't look at you, Chaim. I look at the world, the general public. What is this considered? Is this considered baininess? He gets it.
First case we said, is it Bishalai or Bishal Elam?
So we're changing that fact. Now we're saying that we evaluate based off Bishel Olam. It's a new answer. It's not the first part of the Gemara. We're saying this is a new way to approach the Gemara. A new way to approach the Gemara is...
There is a circumstance. I can't just say this is a new answer that only fits with another circumstance.
Yes, it is, because I could argue with you. You could say that we evaluate based off yourself, based off the mazik, and I could say we evaluate based off the world. I'm entitled to my opinion.
You don't have an opinion here.
It's like me and you arguing with Rabbi.
One of them.
No.
One of the answers was that this is the actual case, and the other guy's like, no, this is not the actual case. We just redo it off the book. It's two different people. That's it. One guy is saying that this is the
Two people in Gemara. One approaches to make the difference about whether you owned Idis or not. The other approach is that they never owned Idis. Whether you look at the world and you evaluate based off the world, and the other person is going to evaluate based off himself. So what's going to happen in the second brisa? In the second brisa, the guy gets ziburis because you evaluate based off himself. The baininess is considered like his idis, since he only owns baininess and ziburis. Meaning, bishaloi hein shaman. You look at just him. And just him, that baininess is his idis, because he only owns two types of property. So that's why the guy, the Baal Chayv, is going to get knocked down.
I'm just saying that's not a good answer.
It's not a good answer for you who's decided that we just look bishaloi, who holds of this.
Based off Bishalai.
No.
You're going to answer Bishalai, or you're going to say there's no answer. Once you
We're still answering that question because we're saying we look at Bishal Olam and said it, you were wrong.
But why don't we try to...
We did, we gave an explanation.
So it's impossible as Bishalai.
No, it's possible. We're just giving another way to solve the two brises.
Why?
Because there is different approaches in Gemara.
In the case we're saying that it's Bishalai, either we answer Bishalai or we say it's
Okay,
impossible.
I need to move on because I think people are getting antsy. Okay? But you're allowed to argue with me. It's okay.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Shai, answer number 3. Answer number 3 to the two brises is his baininess, is like baininess of the world. As well, he never owned idus. So they're not arguing about the fact that it's like the baininess of the world, and they're not arguing about the fact that he never owned idus. What are they arguing about? Oh, no, I messed up on the second answer. I'm sorry. This was a mess up over here. Yeah. Sorry. Here. Let's go back a little bit. Sorry. We're gonna have to. Okay.
Hold up. Wait.
Hold up.
Oh no. So over here, both opinions hold the shel olam hein sham. You look at the world. Okay? The difference is, both opinion. The difference is that over here, the baininess is equal to the baininess of the world.
His average is...
No. Sorry, wait, he doesn't get it? This one he does. This one he gets it. Yeah, he gets it because it's like the baininess. This one he doesn't get it because that baininess was like the idus of the world. So it was more expensive baininess. It's like the guy that lives in Crown Heights that his...
Why is it baininess?
Because his baininess was so expensive, yeah. No, because we look at the world. You're looking at the world.
But we just said that his baininess is like the world's idus. That makes his baininess idus.
Yeah, correct. And therefore...
So then it's not his baininess because this guy only owns 2 properties. Look, I know, but right now
You're looking at Bishal Olam.
He only has...
Yeah, but you look at Shal Olam. You never evaluate based off himself. So therefore we consider it baininess. It is objectively baininess. You only look at the world. You only look at the world.
Only looking at the world. Okay? So
And looking at the world, right, looking at the world, you only own 2 properties, but we look at the world to tell you what to name them.
So my better property, what I think is a better property,
Is baininess. is mid.
And then I have a lower one.
Correct.
Second guy, one of my properties is the best.
Right.
We're calling that one Beinus, and the other one's the worst.
Your mid property. Yeah.
According to who is Beinus, because according to the world, it's equal to
Oh,
the
so
best.
Zok Tosfos. So Tosfos says that you have to hold that he has idus that he never sold.
What?
He has idus.
This guy.
Yeah. That you're saying the Beinus is considered Beinus.
What?
Because his indus would be higher than the world.
But over here, that Beinus, his Beinus is already considered idus.
Oh, so then his idus is completely on the side we're not even.
Correct. You're right talking about. All right. Okay, we have 2 more answers. Let's try to get through it. I know some people are getting antsy, but let's hold on. I don't know. Wait, let's get to the third answer. We didn't write it down yet. This was a second because I messed up on it. Okay. Next one, you have Brisa number 1, which says that you get Beinus. Right? Why are you getting Beinus? Because everyone holds Beinus Shaloi. Everyone holds that his Beinus is equal to the Beinus of the world. So his Beinus is like the Beinus of the world. However, the first guy,
I think we have to specify which times the guy has to.
the first guy evaluates based off the world. Right? So you look at the world. And then you see that it's Beinus. Oh, okay, so it's Beinus, so you get Beinus. The second Brisa number 2, he says, so again, the Beinus is like the Beinus of the world. But he says you look at himself, b'shaloi. You just look at him. And for him, this Beinus is actually now his best field. So if it's his best field, okay. You can't take from it.
This is when he has 3 pieces of land.
Yeah, so over here you were talking about Tosfos where there was 3. Okay? Over here there's 2. Only 2. Yeah. So either you look at the world, if you look at the world then it's Beinus, or you look at his own, if you look at his own it's idus. That's it. The second and the first is that he owned idus. In the second one he never owned.
Wait, so the first answer and 3 and first.
Tosfos is saying in the second Brisa he owned. He just never sold it.
What's the difference between the first answer and 2 and the first answer and 3?
Oh, so what? 1 and 2 is one you wanted to.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then the third one is that this is that is what's called the one off the world with the middle.
Yeah.
So the third one was your original second answer.
Correct. I just messed up about which one was which. I probably read the wrong one. And then the fourth, let's just get to the fourth one and then we're going to be done. The fourth one is Min HaTorah and Midrabanan. I was lying to you the whole time so far. It was just a prank. The first Brisa says he gets Beinus. Yeah? This guy has 3 types of fields. He has Idus, he has Beinus, he has Ziburis. We're going to put a 3 over here. He's all 3 types. However, you're not supposed to, according to this Brisa, you get Beinus because you're supposed to get Beinus. Because the Chachamim wanted you to get at least the mid-tier. If I loan you money, right? If I would get back garbage, I wouldn't want to loan you money. So, Shaloi Tinul Delis B'fnei Levin, that people want to loan money, I'm going to pay you not the lowest, I'm going to pay you medium. Okay, does that make sense? What? I have to pay you back medium so that you want to lend me money and that you want to lend the next guy money. So this is Dirabanan. Dirabanan, you get Beinus, so then you actually get paid Beinus. Min HaTorah, the second Brisa is talking about Min HaTorah. Min HaTorah, he says, no, I don't care about this Dirabanan trying to help people. It's a mitzvah to lend money. You lend money because you lend money. You're going to get back the worst. That's what Torah requires. Torah requires just the worst. Torah requires doesn't require more than that. And that's why he gets Ziburis, he doesn't get Beinus. Yeah, you could own all 3, yeah. It doesn't matter. It's just about Dirabanan, what we actually pay nowadays, and Min HaTorah. So this Dirabanan, the question is, do you hold of that Dirabanan? Do you hold of Ula's idea that we try to pay better tier, mid-tier, to help people want to lend money? Whoops.
So only the 3 and 4 are actual.
Yeah?
The rest are actual answers also, but they're like half.
Whoa, excuse me. You're not trying to knock anything you might know. Anyways, okay, this was pretty complicated. Baruch Hashem, tomorrow we have a new sugya. Get excited. And Bez Hashem. everyone will participate. It was great having a lot of people here today. I know some people found this complicated, but Bez Hashem tomorrow will continue.
Hey, cut.